Hey everybody! In order to emphasize the hardcore sim racing nature of 2020, I thought we'd have a brief look at this amazing mod that originally came out for rFactor. Hey, chill out. I'm gonna go just in just a minute. Miniville. I completely missed this when it first came out for rFactor, probably over 10 years ago. And it's just so creative and so well made that I thought it deserves another look. So I put this in Automobilista, just a quick conversion, and gave it some physics. So modding is amazing, and it's what made a lot of people come through from hobby to work, myself included. But a lot of the time modding is just a bit like boring. You make racing cars and stuff, but I know very little about who made this and what the incentive was, but it's such a colorful, kiddie, friendly, mushroom trippy thing that is just a lot of fun. So I thought, you know, most of the time you look for your Group C mods and everything, but this is so well executed. And there's quite a lack of colorful mods, I think. We got the crazy stuff like lawnmowers or RVs or free-wheeled vehicles that fall over and stuff, which is a bit of fun. But this actually is so well made, especially given its age. It looked amazingly colorful when it first came out. Now it looks a bit, well, Mario 64-ish. Oh, we're drifting, boys. But yeah, I know very little about who made it and why he made it and if he's done other things since. So if anything, this video is inviting you, if you know. So post in the comments a few, off camera. It's actually secret training for very young sim racers. If they can handle the off-camera corner, then they will grow up to be Gregor Hutu. But if you know more about the mod and the guy who made it, or girl or guys, I don't know, leave your comments below, because I'm quite curious to learn a bit more about it. It's also available for RF2, I think, with permission. It's not officially available for Automobilista. It was at some point, but then they took it off race department, so that probably means there was something not quite done well with the, let's say, legal department, permission department. So I made some physics for it real quick. And by giving the car a top speed of 50-ish kilometers an hour, it's quite easy to drive, and single gear, lots of torque, four-wheel drive of course here, quite slidey, fairly easy to drive. But this is the off-camera, secretly training future Gregor Hutu corner. Of course I did some work for the Grand Tour game, which is also quite arcade, and that, regardless of how that turned out, was interesting. But one of the reasons why I feel anyway games like Mario Kart are so accessible and fun is that you don't do a super high speed and you reach it quite quickly. So even though games like that probably have a reasonable variety of vehicles, they aren't that different. Whereas in a racing game you might have like a Mini Cooper with 60 horsepower or a Bugatti Veyron with 1200 horsepower, which is a lot more difficult to make accessible for lots of people. And with the mod like it is here, single gear, 50-ish kilometers an hour, it's fairly easy because you just don't do a super high speed. And this whole concept of arcade games fascinates me quite a bit, where often you might say, well, let's give the cars more grip, it's easier, but actually I disagree a little bit with that, because the more grip you have, the quicker you can go everywhere, and the more it becomes sort of a reaction game where things just happen very quickly. And if you have some input lag, or you're not experienced, or you cannot look ahead as far as you have to, it's actually more difficult. So low grip is actually easier. You have a lot more time to take the corners, but if you have low grip and high speed, then you think you can make the corner, but you don't have enough grip to brake and stuff like that. But low speed and low grip is probably the easiest, because you get the most time, and it's very accessible and a lot of fun. So perhaps the mushrooms here give something away about the state the creator was in when he launched his 3D modeling software. It's so well made. I just put some 4-stroke, going wide, 4-stroke kart sounds on the top. And the spacey little houses there. Sort of a Donald Duck-ish car. What's the name of the Donald Duck car? Does it have a name? Okay, let's do a little one more lap, and then let's see the replay, so you see a bit more of this wonderful little mod. Again, I have to keep in mind this was probably released over 10 years ago, so it's really was very colorful and bright and cute for the original rFactor. And this 4-wheel drive is the key to accessible physics, really, where it slides sluggishly over 4 wheels. And those rainbows, they don't give you points or anything, sadly. And you'll get into a slide just by braking and turning. Whee! But you don't see a lot of mods like this for rFactor or AC or RF2 or AMS. We're all very serious, and perhaps this is a good reminder that it's not always supposed to be all that serious. That's me! It's quite an accurate representation, actually. I gave it lots of body roll for extra comedic effect. Moving grass. Whee! Drifting a little, yeah. 4-wheel sliding, it's good fun. You know, the butterflies in the water that actually flows there, and the rocks and the trees and the flowers, and it's all just super cute. So you can try this out for RF2 or original rFactor. Although I have no idea what the physics are like there, because, like I said, I made these on purpose for a bit of fun. Who knows, you know, perhaps people are gonna realize that you can do a lot more with modding than just hardcore sim racing, and this stuff is just so original, so well made. I thought it deserved a little video. So, yeah. Say goodbye. Although... Oh, hello. We might want to try and do a couple of donuts, don't you think? Just to call... Oh, driving in TV cam has never killed anybody. Oh, it has. Oh, that's not... Oh, yeah. Sorry. No, we're good. We're fine. It's pretty hard to stop the video because it's just a lot of fun. A little bit of a bridge here. Whee! So yeah, post your information, the background story of the mod, and I'm curious to figure out. That's some... Yes! That's what you want to teach your kids. Anyway guys, yeah, thanks for watching this. Yeah. The entire year is not gonna be like this. We'll be more serious eventually. Alright, bye bye.